Hello, welcome. The question that we really want to answer is who is in your Canadian Basketball Hall of Fame? For those of you who, who's you've seen so much and seen the game come so far. I think your perspective on who belongs there, and if they belong there, what's the challenge? Why are they not there?
Good question.
Good question. Who wants to touch that one first?
That's
So who? But
okay.
Who and why not?
Well, there are two people that Hayden mentioned in the conversation just before. Cheryl Jones should be put in. She played high school. She was outstanding. She went to school
USC.
in California. Where?
I think it's USC.
Yes, but the California schools, yes, for sure, in California. She was outstanding there. She was outstanding. Liz Silcott, at one time, when the first women's pro league was started in 1979, 80, like that, or 78, she was averaging 31.5 points per game until her health destroyed her career. Her health, she ran into. She ended up being very, very ill, and she had to be removed from the game, and she hasn't recovered since. But she was averaging 31 points when Sim, what's that young lady's name who's married to Drysdale, the girl who came from UCLA? She's now the head of the WNBA or something like that. She was drafted by Golden State, and she was playing in this pro league. And our Canadian girl, Liz Silcott, was the leading scorer in the league that year.
And Drysdale at the time was being pushed as the greatest player
ever.
Wow.
Yes.
So, what's her name? Drysdale?
She's married to Drysdale, the pitcher, but I can't remember her maiden name.
Yeah.
Oh.
Her name.
And she was out playing. And what part of the city's from? Because that's the other thing too. Like, just to try and get a little perspective of where some of this talent was coming from.
Well, when it came to women's basketball in our high school and teenage years, the women from Montreal were the dominant players. Montreal would turn up for the tournaments down here, and they'd win by 40. We just had one player at the time. Rhea Bahara Singh was the only strong player, and then with Cheryl Jones coming later on, and then things changed. But Montreal was the dominant city with women's basketball.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
And somehow something about Toronto and basketball should be mentioned because Toronto, when I think all the players who left Toronto, when we went outside of the city, that's when we realized how good it was.
Remember the sun
for us was just it's a hell of a Sunday run, but it was I believe the best basketball ever played in this country was played down at George Brown on Sundays. Right?
Yes.
Oh man, it's just so we don't have time. We do.
No,
I know we don't have time to mention all the names, but I wanted to get a few names out because the reality is that if we did try to do the roster call right now and do justice, it wouldn't happen. But who jumps out at you like right away? Like Simeon, if you think of if like right off the top of your head, like my gosh, these two names, this name.
I would say off the top of my head, I'd say Bob Ellis, Vince Drake, Harry Brown, Winslow. I would say those four for sure.
As builders, yes.
Yeah.
As built. And why